Thank you so much to Intel for sponsoring this video. This is our 3rd year of doing this, and we've done it for 3 years because I am obsessed with Halloween. So seeing these Halloween cakes is like my entire favorite thing of the whole season. Let's do a little recap of what we've seen so far. For this competition, we only gave them $200 each, but this baker made like this epic wedding cake, but there was like a severed hand with like a finger missing with it in the monster's mouth. And I just thought it was so creative. Then this cake, oh, I'm tearing up. I'm tearing up at the cake. This cake was so epic. I mean, I love all like the zombie shows and movies. So this cake was just like pulling on my like gory Halloween heartstrings. And then the 3rd cake, I was really surprised at the cake for $200 compared to the other cakes when they went all out, but it was still really cool cake.
So this was the first year we did.
This was the first year, and this was the 2nd year. This was last year. I mean, you can't really tell, but that pumpkin was almost like hovering off the cake board except for the little structure in the middle.
Love your facial
expression. Which was so cool. Oh, yeah. Like, I'm just like, oh my God. This one, there was so much happening, but it was so cool. I feel like they put so much detail in it. It was one of those cakes that I feel like they couldn't decide what they wanted it to be, so they decided it would be everything. And then there was the Grim Reaper. I mean, look at how epic this one. It was so tall, it was so cool. They did so much with it. So that has been our Halloween cakes so far. They did not disappoint whatsoever, but it's the 3rd year. I mean, stakes are high. The first year we gave them $200. Last year we gave them $5. This year we're doing $500 again. I think it's a pretty big budget. I think they can do a lot for it. So I'm really curious to see, boo boo, come on. You don't need permission. Come on up. Come on, that's a good boy. Get a cozy spot. I'm really excited to see what they're gonna make. Now, I did pull up some inspiration. I didn't share this with the bakers, so they have complete creative freedom. But you wanna come see these? We can scroll through them really fast because I opened a million tabs, as you can see, because I was just really obsessed with finding so many Halloween cakes. Like, this is so an untypical Halloween cake. You can also go really scary with it or really cute. I'm really hoping we don't have anything with like children or babies, so they just like freak me out with Halloween cakes. Or they could bring the whole, like, come on, the baking. They know I'm a baker. Could they bring like the baking element kind of into it with something like this? I've never gone to haunted house cake, and I love haunted houses, so something like that could be really cool. I'm really excited to see what these bakers might come up with. There's been a lot of anticipation. We ready to bring out the first one?
Let's do it.
$500 each. We asked for epic, complete creative freedom. Let's go. I can come in?
Yep, come on in.
And I can look?
Yep.
Holy moly! Oh my God! Okay, so they actually tied like a real helium balloon to it, so it's just floating up above the screen. Wow! Okay, that is really, really, really cool. Right now, I'm obsessing over the hair. How did they do the hair? I've never seen a texture like that. I'll put in text what they used because I'm gonna have to ask because I can't figure out what they would have done that with. I had an idea. Do you guys wanna see progress shots? We obviously won't be able to do it for this video, but for other bakery review videos, like I wanna see how they constructed this, so let us know down below if you guys think that would be cool and what you'd wanna see. Holy crap, the mouth and the teeth, look at the little tongue. Oh, it's so creepy and I love it. What is this out of? It must be wafer paper. That's really cool. I don't know how they got the bend in it. I wonder if they like soaked it and then tried to like dry it over a bendy mold or something. I also just want to take a second and look at the shape of this. I've had to do 3D cakes before, and it's really hard to think about how everything is gonna sit to make it look like it's proper. Like I've tried to do a dog cake and its leg looked like it was just like slapped onto the side of it. It didn't look like it was part of it and bending the way a leg naturally should. So I know that that can be really hard. The way that he's sitting on his knees and his feet are tucked behind him and his arms are kind of like resting into his lap on this side, I just think there would have to have been so much thought when you're carving this. And this balloon is just like, you can see it's just like swaying back and forth every time I turn it. Kev, what are your thoughts?
I think the budget was what, 500?
Yeah.
I think they went way above and beyond. I think
it feels like they went way above and beyond 500.
To me, this is like what, like 1,000 at least.
Yeah, like I would say upwards from like 800. Honestly, everything about this cake, like all of the details are blowing me away. The only like single thing I can say that when you start getting really heavy with the details, it's easy for some of the spots that aren't as detailed to stand out. So as I'm looking, like maybe the hand doesn't look like it has a lot of details, it's just kind of laying there. Or maybe these little pom-poms or something, like some of the styrofoam showing through, they could have more texture. But that's really like picking at the details. And honestly, for $500, there's a lot of details going on here. I am excited to see the next one, so let's bring it out. Before I bring up the next one, I want to thank Intel for sponsoring this video. October marks our 9th year anniversary of the Icing Artist, so this time of year always has me reminiscing on how far we have come over the past almost decade, and how I went from like a DIY cake decorator to an entrepreneur. It's crazy. When I first started this channel, I really had no idea what I was getting into. I remember when I was at one of my first learning events with other YouTubers, everyone had the same brand of laptop as each other and suggested that I get the exact same one, but no one could tell me why they thought theirs was better than mine. I don't choose a laptop simply because I see other people using it. I choose a laptop because it is the best experience for me. Intel Evo laptops are built with no compromises. I don't have to sacrifice something as crucial as battery life to get amazing performance. It wakes in 1 second, but the results may vary, so you can find out more info at intel.com/evo. It has fast charging, a long-lasting battery life, and no matter how many programs I have open at once, it keeps up with me. Funny enough, filming YouTube videos is only a really small portion of what we do from day to day. There is so much more that goes into this business, and having a laptop that can keep up with me is everything. I can work on my website, edit photos or videos, join my team on Zoom, be the complete clutter brain that I am with a million tabs open, stream my favorite shows and movies, and even catch up on some gaming. The best part is that I can do all of that wherever I go. Being thin and lightweight is my favorite travel companion. It goes everywhere I go, even if I'm shooting on location. Click the link in my description box down below and learn more about Intel Evo laptops and how they are the jack of all trades.
You can come on in.
And I can open my eyes?
You can open your eyes.
Wait, no, wait, can I spin it?
Yeah.
Weird cake board, that's so cool.
Yeah, I thought I was for sure gonna like drop it when I brought it in here. It was wiggling everywhere. My hand started shaking. It was a nightmare.
It's a clown off. What are the chances of all of the designs that they could possibly make for a Halloween cake, 2 bakers chose the same clown? That is hilarious. Oh my God. Like, let's just like take a second. Like, oh my God. Kevin has an idea. We can put this on here so I could spin it around and properly see it because it's so big and heavy. My concern is like
It'll be okay.
the weight not being centered and it falling.
1, 2, 3, lift. Whoa.
Don't whoa, Kevin.
Okay.
I'm not putting, don't.
Okay, let go.
No.
I need to center it.
I'll never let go.
You don't need to hold. I'm moving. This is, let go.
We just put it back on the table, Kevin, please.
You are such a stress case. Chill. Pivoting.
I'm gonna need my puffer after this. Like, I feel like I can't breathe.
Okay, we're good. We can spin it now.
I'm not gonna spin it.
You have to spin it.
I'm not gonna spin it.
I went to all this work. Breathe. I don't know what you're stressed about. That worked out well.
Look at the size of this compared to me. This is insane. Also, do we like Nightmare Before Coffee? I thought it was very cute. Oh my God. Okay, can we take a moment for the fact that this is like huge in 3D and standing and carved? There's so many things about this that would have been so challenging, and I know I'm talking really fast right now, but like I've had to like suppress all of my oh my God because we were putting it on here. The details do not disappoint. Like, she came through. I wouldn't even begin to know how to structure a cake like this. This is why we need behind the scenes from the bakers, like photos, videos, whatever, just to see like what goes into a cake like this. And also like, we need to make a video of me like trying to make a cake like this with an experienced baker. Holy crap, this is so cool. I love the grate. It's just a little something that brings the story of it together. They could have easily saved the time. Like, this just should have been so much more money. And I have such appreciation for the baker getting really excited and putting this much into it. Like, those eyes are gonna give me nightmares tonight. And the teeth, the big black teeth, like, have you seen it?
I can't because it's based. I did put on the thing so we could spin it around and everyone could see. Oh yeah, you're right. Look at those big buck teeth.
You know, like butterflies? Like, my anxiety is like bad
give you
butterflies. It's like angry butterflies that are like swarming inside my body going, ah!
That's amazing. After what, like 11, 12 years we've been together and I still give you butterflies. I love you too.
I prefer not the bad butterflies, Kevin. I think the only single thing that I've noticed on this cake. The fondant is falling down. There's obviously a tinfoil structure that's kind of underneath it because I can see it shining. But that's honestly it. I haven't seen anything else. Like, this is a cake that you can literally stare at for hours and find new details of it. Like, well done, really cool. I'm ready to see the next one. How are you gonna go about that, Kevin?
Let's get it off of here first. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. We can't cut because if we drop it, that needs to be on camera. So.
I don't like that you've thought of that. Oh my God, it's so much heavier on this end. I'm just gonna gently like hold it.
Hold its tush.
I'm holding it stushy. That is too much movement for comfort.
That's literally what it did when I carried it over here by
know.
myself. We need a bigger table. This is and people need to make smaller cakes. What is going on here? I cannot fit all 3 of these on this table.
We have to, Kevin. Before the third cake comes out, I want to tell you about a cake that I'm really excited about, and that's a cake that I made in my course that's coming out. The waitlist is now available. You guys can check that out in the pinned comment down below. I am so excited to tell you guys all about this course. We really break it down from a design image, like an inspiration image that you guys would see online, and take down every component to figure out how to recreate that, but also put your entire own spin on it. And then we walk through every step of the process, both like flavor pairings to really amp up your flavors, but in a really simple way, and how to structure and layer the cake together with perfect layers so it's not gonna fall apart on you. Then coming into all the decorations, which of course is buttercream, because I listened. You guys commented and I listened, and all you guys wanted was buttercream, buttercream, buttercream. So that is all the course is. It surrounds how to ice a cake in buttercream, how to design the sides of the cake in buttercream, doing buttercream piping and different tips and templates that I recommend, as well as the perfect buttercream icing that does everything that you need to, but is not too sweet and is easy to make. This course literally walks through everything and finishes off with how to photograph your cake and how to stage it. I'm so excited for you guys to get your hands on it. And thank you so much to everyone who's already bought the course. You guys are overwhelming me right now. I'm so excited. I love you guys. Again, all of the information is gonna be in the pinned comment down below, and we'll put some more information in the description box for you guys. So excited. Coming into cake. Okay, I can look?
Yep.
What is it? Oh my God, that's really cool. I feel like it's supposed to be like a mountain that they've built a castle around that's become this like haunted place. Is that giving you that vibe to you?
To me, it looks like this is where death lives.
This is where death lives. Where did this idea come from is what I want to know. Like, there's no way they Pinterested up this look. Like, this was just like from your own like creative soul, because there's no way this existed somewhere. This is really cool. The steps that are just twisting around that you'd have to walk up this huge mountain. I like the little lights. I feel like they add something. As I'm turning around, it just has this cool other effect and I really like it. I could probably honestly do with more of it. I'm loving the texture of the cobwebs. I feel like the cobwebs are really thoughtful. Like everywhere there's like a nook and cranny where there would be a web kind of spun. And I love the texture of the stone. I think it's like added on like coarse sugar or sprinkles that's actually like pushed into the rock. Honestly, the only thing that I feel like I'm missing from this cake is more of the story. Like, I feel like the creativity of this is just so next level, and I just wanted to be taken like a step farther to like understand like more of this. If this is Death's house, like could we have like a skeleton cat or something like walking up the steps, or do the people who die who are going to hell, or do they pass through here? I feel like even though there's a lot of detail here for $500, I'm just being drawn in by this and want more of the story.
You think Death is a cat guy?
I don't know. You think it's a dog guy?
Yeah, I think he's got a loyal companion.
Like that one who's curled up like an armadillo? I think it's complete vibe. I really like it, but I think I'm ready to see all of them together. You can barely see me behind all of the cake. Like I'm like peekabooing behind everything over here. I have to say, like, even though that these two are the same theme, I feel like they went in such complete directions with it. Like this is definitely like the baby Pennywise. Like that's really cool. And I love the details on it. But then you come over here and the 3D standingness, and the grate is apparently also cake. Just the structure of this would have been so challenging. And even though they had such a crazy cake, the details were not missed. And then you've got this guy, which is so cool. Honestly, even though it doesn't have maybe necessarily as many details as the other, they really came up with something really unique. I think it's really awesome as well. I think as far as the looks, I'm gonna go with this one, just because I feel like the most skill would have had to go into this, and they still nailed all of the details, which is insane. But the taste is what matters here. I mean, at the end of the day, these are cake, so let's taste them. This one is apparently a chocolate cake with a peanut butter filling, which feels like very Halloween-y to me. Oh, it's all chocolatey. Usually if you have a chocolate cake and peanut butter filling, like you see like the beigey tone of peanut butter. So we shall see. There's zero peanut butter.
Is it in another part of the cake?
The chocolate ganache is delicious. That is not a chocolate cake with peanut butter filling. As much as I don't want to cut more slices out of it, I'm going to just to make sure that I'm not missing that like there's peanut butter in another layer or something. Oh, we have landed on peanut butter. Okay, let's try. We found the peanut butter. It's not super peanut buttery. It's also not super sweet. It just has this light peanut buttery flavor, but like a really, really creamy texture. Like almost if you imagine it was like a whipped cream peanut butter. Really good. My only thing, I feel like they could have amped up the flavor of the peanut butter a little bit, but also I feel like I shouldn't have to like go really hunting in a cake to find that flavor. If some people get a slice from here or there, they might get no peanut butter, but it's still a really yummy cake. Apparently this guy has 2 flavors. So we've got pumpkin spice in the body of the clown, and then the grate, we have a peanut butter chocolate. It always amazes me like how you can just like right here hovering in the middle of all this is just like cake, but they're also like, if you see
Please don't stab yourself.
I'm sorry. These are like the most awkward cakes to cut. You're just like stabbing randomly through the torso. That looks really good. This is pumpkin spice, which is very fall festive, feels very on trend for Halloween. Oh my God, it smells amazing. It smells like a pumpkin spice latte. I think there's like little like rice cereal or something. Oh, I think those are little chocolate quinoa balls. I think that's what that is. I love like the extra thought to add some texture in there. The flavor is very pumpkin spicy and very creamy, but honestly, the pumpkin side of it isn't overpowering. This is light, it is spicy, it is so moist and really creamy, and I appreciate that texture in it. It's really, really good. Okay, the grate seems less scary to cut. This is supposed to be a chocolate cake with a peanut butter filling. That looks delicious. I asked for like a pumpkin spice flavor, but they also said they added in the chocolate cake with a peanut butter filling because they know I love chocolate and peanut butter, which like, thank you. That's really sweet. Oh, there's chunks of chocolate in here. It smells amazing. Wow. Wow. Cakes that like look this amazing, like they really surprise me when they taste this good. I'm going in for a second bite. Holy cow. That is an amazing tasting cake. The chocolate is very subtly chocolatey. It's so moist, but that filling is so light and creamy with a mild peanut butter flavor. But then they have like chunks of chocolate and peanut butter in it that's just adding this other layer of texture. That is so good. Like I really love the consideration for textures in this. Really, really yummy. The last one is a vanilla cake with a salted caramel buttercream. So it's like a poking game. I'm not just trying to like stab it right now. Okay, well, that looks blue. I was not expecting blue with a vanilla cake and a salted caramel buttercream, but I'm really intrigued. Maybe they made it blue because the whole cake is like gray and blue.
You think that's blue?
It looks like a gray blue to me.
Oh yeah, you're right, it is a little bit blue.
It is, right? It's really good. I feel like the caramel is very slight. Like it's not super caramelly, but it's definitely there. Like I can definitely get that hint, that undertone of caramel. It's more creamy and mild, but the cake is delicious. The filling is really good, but it's like very mild salted caramel. Very tasty. As far as flavors, I feel like this one's really winning it for me. The pumpkin spice was so creamy and the peanut butter cup was so good. You guys are gonna have to let me know down below which design you guys love best. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Love you guys. And thank you so much again to Intel for sponsoring this video. You guys can check out their link down in the description box below and learn how they are the jack of all trades. Love you guys.